What is up, everybody? My name is Shawnahue99, and it is Friday, and that means two things. One, SmackDown at 5 p.m. for some reason. That was pretty flippin' great. And two, it's time for the first week of LiveWire for Season 8. I hope you're all having a great Friday. I hope you all had a great week. Man, oh man, it's an exciting night. I love the first week of LiveWire. We had a great week 1, too. There was so ungodly much to go over. Everything that happened in the VVHL this week, and I got the best group of beauties to go over it with. Starting things off, we've got the one, the only, BBD himself, Mr. Hollywood actor Richard Gere. It's Back Blast Dan. How you doing, buddy? Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
All right. Kind of wanted a little bit more there so I can give my voice a break, but fudge that. It's time to introduce the next guy. He's sitting next to Dan. It's Mr. B.A. Superhero. B.A., how you doing, buddy?
I'm so happy it's Friday. I'm so happy for LiveWire. First week of VVHL. I'm just glad it's back. That's all I can say. Just glad it's back. Looking forward to going over week 1 and what that could mean for week 2 and beyond.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Jesse Jen saying in the chat, he's already got those gritty goosebumps because I see Wax throwing out gritty goose right now. I love gritty goose. Gritty goose makes me feel so happy. Kicking things off here. You'll see him in the chat throwing out the cards. It's Mr. Mikey Diesel. Mikey, how you doing, buddy?
Bro, pass me the potato chips and the guacamole. I'm ready to rock tonight. And man, God bless you for doing this. This is 4 nights in a row for you. Just using that throat, throwing out those golden pipes, man. And I'm telling you, you need some chamomile tea and some honey in you.
I appreciate the compliment, but can we maybe reword that next time?
Yeah, that was a bad.
Dude, you should see.
My bad.
This guy uses his throat more than. Never mind. We're on. Mr. Wax Poetic here with us as well. Wax, how you doing, buddy? How you? It's Friday. Hell yeah.
Oh, I'm doing great. Yeah, it's Friday. Can't be upset on a Friday. It's fantastic. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get some R&R. Well, no, I signed up for that tournament tomorrow, so never mind that. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be relaxing, nice weekend. Kind of go over everything that happened. I don't really get a chance to look at standings, skater leaderboards, any of that stuff. So I'm pulling that stuff up right now, but it looks like it was an interesting, fun time for everybody. Yeah, I can't wait to see what next week holds. It's gonna be good, and short season, so everybody's playing, I think, with a certain level of intensity that maybe on a longer season doesn't necessarily happen week 1. So it was nice to see that out there on the ice.
That's the best way to put it. An intensity in week 1 that we haven't seen yet. 16 teams, too. My goodness, the parity across the league is crazy. Teams really having to dive into their draft books towards the end of the draft with this many teams. And my goodness, the action on the ice is paying off dividends. Before we get going on anything else here, I do want to say, check out KXK shop or KXK.com/VVHL. We're going to have the jersey. Dan, do we have the jerseys up there yet for the current season, or is that still, that's getting close, right?
Almost there.
Almost there. Dan and JG have been putting in work. So look for your team's apparel in the store shortly. Thank you, KXK. 10% of everything bought goes right back into the league. So they've been real good to us. Thank you, KXK.com/VVHL. Gentlemen, what a week 1 it was. We saw a lot of movement in the standings between night 1 and night 2. If you know me, you know I love the storylines that get built, and they're starting off already. I can't wait for week 2. But before we get into that, let's talk everything week 1. And to kick things off here, hey, right off the bat, we had a trade this week, ladies and gentlemen. And Mikey, you're going to know a little bit about this. The Mike Hawks receiving DBC 11 from the Gotham City Rollers, sending McJuicin the other way. Mikey getting a veteran in DBC there. Been a partner with him a few times. Great player. Tell me what you were thinking in that trade.
Yeah, so just to give a quick brief background here, I met up with McJuicin and Objectives, his buddy McRippin. Oh, man. Yeah, Rippin.
Clouds.
And yeah. But we got them in. I played with them at super late at night one night. They seemed like good dudes. They played fun hockey. They were communicating. So invited them both on the server. McJuicin finished the scouting, and We really want him on the team. He's got a ton of points in the World of Chell. He did well with us, but we saw we got approached by Gotham and we started chatting about potential trades and stuff. And DBC's a homegrown guy. He's a guy that I've played with a bunch of times, and we just thought we'd shake it up a little bit, see how it goes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I mean, DBC's got that versatility. You play him anywhere on the ice, except in net, because I know he'll yell at you, because I think I asked him once, and I'm pretty sure he yelled at me. But in a good way. In a good way. Outcast saying he's ripping. Who won? Who's next? That's what I'm going to say all week.
That's the best.
Don't forget
1, 2,
tomorrow.
3, clouds.
Don't forget tomorrow. Wax had mentioned it. We've got the BYOT, Bring Your Own Team Sixes. If you're just looking to join a team, I believe Mikey put up a post where you can go there, pick your position, and I think they're going to get a couple more teams made up there. So it's going to be a great time. We're bringing that admin team, and if you beat us, you're suspended for a week. So
Yeah, we're the Shadmans, because we got Shamans with us, and he's an honorary admin for the night.
yeah, 24-hour admin rights for every shutout.
That's right.
Well, we got a lot to go over. Let's just hop right into the scores for this week. Looking at the 9:15 time slot on Tuesday. Tribe picking up right where they left off, season-wise 7-2 over the newly formed Blackguard. Dragons 10-7 over the Warlords. Bravehearts 6-2 over the Silver Dragons. Silver Foxes. Too many dragons. There's too many dragons. There's only 2, but my brain's
Imagine
dragons. It's where my demons hide, okay? Snipers.
Well, that song's not leaving my head for the rest of the night.
Yeah, it's going to be rough. Snipers starting their seasons off strong, 8-1 over the Degenerates. Gotham City 8-3 over the reigning defending champion Sewer Kings. Hangry Moose 9-8 over the Slicers. Lost Boys losing game 1, 5-6 to the Port City Flames. And the Mike Hawks starting 6-4 over the Money Shots. I was wondering if Luigi was going to chime in for that, because I promised him 24-hour admin rights if he did something at Wreckfest, and then he did it, and then it just never happened. So, hey.
Please don't do it, he'll ban me.
Exactly. On the next time frame, Blackguard bringing it back to 1-1 on the night, 8-5 over the War Boys. The Blue Dragons falling to the Tribe 9-4. Snipers 2-0 now, 8-0 over the Bravehearts. Silver Foxes rebounding 1-1 on the week here, 7-3 over the Degenerates. Gotham City 10-9 over the Slicers. The Hangry Moose 7-5 over the Sewer Kings. Lost Boys falling to the Money Shots 6-9. And the Mike Hawks falling to the Port City Flames 5-4. So some interesting storylines developing already. Blackguard going 2-1 on the night. Silver Foxes falling to 1-2. Blackguard taking that game 7-5. The Snipers going 3-0 on the night, 12-6 over the Blue Dragons. Tribe going 3-0, 9-2 over the Sewer Kings. Slicers falling to the War Boys 10-3. The Port City Flames beat the Bravehearts 5-4. Degenerates going 1-2 on the night, bringing one back, 5-4 over the Money Shots. Gotham City having a great start to the season here, 10-3 over a very strong Lost Boys team. And the Hangry Moose taking down the Mike Hawks 7-2. Gentlemen, that brings us, I believe, to the end of Tuesday, right? Yeah, that does. Just quick round table here. What sort of storylines do you see and develop here? Dan, let's start with yourself.
The Gotham City Rollers. Let's talk about them, because that line of Curcio, and I have to say it slowly because if not, I screw it up. But Curcio, Bobski, and Fat Man on D, and I forget who was playing goalie, so I do apologize. But they played tremendous, and
It was
I'm happy.
God's Unholy.
It was Gods. Shout out to Gods.
Shout out to Gods.
That's an OG. A lot of OGs, a lot of people that have been here for a while, and I'm just happy to see Gotham City rolling, for sure.
No doubt, no doubt. I think that line really put the league on notice early. BA, you and I together on Tuesday there, we were calling some of that great action. What did you take away from Tuesday?
There's obviously a few names that stick out, but I think we're going to have a whole segment about that later. So I'm foreshadowing there, getting everybody ready for that. But honestly, it's got to be the Lost Boys. I'm sorry if I'm taking anything from you, Wax, but it was just a surprising start to the season. Got some close games, and then again they faced what was a very difficult team in the Rollers there in the third slot. But I'm not that my fandom is wavering. My jersey's going nowhere, but it is just an interesting start to the season for a team that played so incredibly well. Still has a lot of pieces and improvements on what you could say was already a great roster. So I'm looking forward to seeing what really changes as we move forward into further weeks to see how that Tuesday lineup adapts.
Mr. Mikey Diesel, what about yourself?
Dude, Dan took the words right out of my mouth. What Fat Man Brian did with the draft and the team that he put together, I must have not been paying attention because he built an absolute wagon. And again, not to foreshadow too much, but the Wednesday night scores are gonna, or at least our game's gonna confirm what I just said. But them and South Beach are looking like two prime teams with a lot of high-powered offense, and we'll have to see how that translates with week 2, how teams make adjustments, lines change, yada yada yada. It'd be fun to watch and see how those teams progress and if they can keep up that pace that they're on.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Mr. Wax Poetic, how about yourself?
Oh yeah, no, it was a good first night. I'm not gonna talk about my own team, but I'll just mention it since BA kind of talked about it. Yeah, definitely not the way we wanted to come out. That first game was tight. I think it was an OT game. Second game, little things we can work on there. Third game was all on me. That's that 10-3 score is solely my fault. But not to take anything away from Gotham, they played great. That was a tough team to play, and that's a team that I'm going to be watching. I think they're going to be hanging around at the top of the standings. Yeah, overall, this even some of the newer teams, Port City's playing really good. Slicers, had that crazy game against Gotham where they lost 10-9. And then they lost to the War Boys too, so they're off to a little bit of a rough start, but that's not anything new for them. They did the same thing last season, and they made the playoffs, and were a contender for it throughout there. So we'll see how that plays out. Tribe's looking strong. South Beach obviously picking up where they left off. But yeah, I think it's a lot of teams, and like I said, with 16 teams, it's spreading out a lot. We have a lot of new players in there. People don't know who they are, what they do, what their play style is. So it's going to be an adapting week, but you don't really have much more time after the end of this week. And obviously we'll look at Wednesday's games to see even how it changed within a day. But with the shortened schedule, you don't really have as much leeway to try to figure stuff out. So maybe there's a lot of teams just kind of experimenting, seeing what they got, seeing what lines work, seeing what lines don't. And I expect, once those things kind of figure themselves out, you're going to start seeing a lot more close games, tight games. So, I'm excited. But yeah, it was a good first night.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Two things I just want to point out. One, I believe the Sewer Kings started the season here 0-3. Are they going to be able to pick it up on the Wednesday games? We're going to find out right away. But that Tribe line, finally putting together JG, Mike, and Zayner. I think Zayner was on the other line with Biggie Otis for the most part of last season. So very interesting to see that line finally be put together, and boy, oh boy, did they succeed. We got Jesse Jen saying Money Shot's going to turn it around in week 2, baby. We got full faith in you, man. You got a great squad there. It's just the problem is everybody's got a great squad, and it's just a matter of executing on the ice. Let's see how Wednesday went, though. Starting things off, Wednesday, 9:15, Gotham City. You guys are talking about them, 9-2 over the Mike Hawks, starting things strong. Lost Boys rebounded 7-3 over the Hangry Moose. Bravehearts, new line coming out strong, 10-5 over the Money Shots. Degenerates, 10-7 over the Port City Flames. The Slicers, 10-3 over the Tribe. Sewer Kings, bringing it back, 1-3 on the week now, 5-4 over the War Boys. Snipers, 4-0 on the week, 12-8 over the Blackguard. And the Silver Foxes fall to the Blue Dragons, 3-5. Man, was that a heartbreaker. Full credit to that Blue Dragons line, man. Boy, oh boy, that was a fun game. On to 9:45. Degenerates going 2-0 on the Wednesday marker here. 6-4 over the aforementioned Gotham City Rollers. Bravehearts rolling now 7-0 over the Hangry Moose. Don't look now. Lost Boys 2-0 on Wednesday. 7-2 over the War Boys. Mike Hawks taking a big 3-2 win over the Tribe. The Snipers, guess what? That's 5-0 right there. 7-6 over the Port City Flames. Silver Foxes rebounded after an early loss. 10-3 over the Money Shots. Sewer Kings There we go. Now they're 2-3 on the week. 10-3 over the Blue Dragons. And the Sicilian Slicers, 4-2 over the Blackguard. Looking at the 10-15 time slot, Degenerates going 3-0 on the night. This was overtime. I believe this was the last game that we had on stream. 8-7. What a game that was. Kudos to the Degenerates for pulling off a big win there. Bravehearts taking down the Gotham City Rollers 5-4. War Boys 6-4 over the Mike Hawks. Tribe 8-7 over the Lost Boys. Snipers 10-4. That's a 6-0 week for the Snipers right there. 10-4 over the Money Shots. Silver Foxes 8-3 over the Port City Flames. Blue Dragons 8-5 over the Slicers. And the Sewer Kings pull it back. 3-3 on the week for them. 10-3 over the Blackguard. Gentlemen, I'm going to open the floor here to you soon, but where does that leave us standings-wise? That puts South Beach at the top. A perfect start to their season. 6-0 for 18 points. Bravehearts 4-2 for 12. Gotham City 4-2 for 12. Degenerates 4-2 with one being an overtime. That's going to put them at 11. Same with the Tribe. Both of them sitting 4-2 with 11 points. Sewer Kings in the 6th spot, 3-3 for 9 points. Silver Foxes 3-3 for 9. Blue Dragons 3-3 for 9. Hangry Moose just outside a minute. Oh yeah, that's right. One's an overtime loss. So. Wait, does that math work? Did I do this right? We'll check later. Angry Moose also with 9 points, 3-2-1. Lost Boys 2-2-2 for 8. Sicilian Slicers 2-3-1-7. Mike Hawks 2-3-1 for 7. Port City Flames 3-3-0 for 7. Lots of overtime happening there. The War Boys going 2-4-0 for 6. Blackguard 2-4-0 for 6 as well. And the Portage Money Shots 1-5-0-3. Gentlemen, floor's open to all you here, but we can see already South Beach making a statement, and then we've just got a big pack in the middle there. I mean, obviously it's week 1. It's done. Or it's dumb to say it's still anybody's game because it obviously is. But what are we seeing after week 1 here, standings wise? Dan, let's start with yourself.
I mean, you have to give full credit to Caustic and Mowski for the team that they put together in that draft, and the chemistry that they have just walking into the season is it's impressive, especially in a 16-team league. It's extremely hard to do. So I just got to give my tip of the cap to those boys up there, and South Beach played unbelievable. So. They were looking like Tampa last season. You know what I mean? Just came in just red hot. And that's not a diss on Tampa, but that's one hell of a start. 6-0 and scoring a hell of a lot of goals, man. That was a lot of goal scoring.
Yes, sir. Yeah, no doubt. We're gonna go into that right away. But BA, how about yourself?
We talked about how great South Beach obviously did. We've talked about how great the Rollers did. I'm going to go for the easy one in the middle right there, and that's the Bravehearts. I think that's a team that we all remember fighting for a playoff spot last season, and now they're starting the season strong. I think this is a team that's well run. It had a very, very good draft, and I think that this is another team that maybe right now isn't getting the conversation as much as everybody else at the top, and I'm kind of interested as to why that is.
Interesting indeed. Mr. Mikey Diesel, what are you seeing in week 1 here?
Yeah, I'm actually a little surprised to see that that Gotham City went 1-2 on Wednesday night because of the game they played against us. That was a mercy game, and they look like they couldn't be stopped. I actually thought they'd be a little bit higher in the standings, and they're in 3rd place when I say that, you know. But aside from that, like you said, man, it's kind of a logjam. Like, it's a 7-week season. It's short. There's a big cluster in the middle. Everyone's hovering around like that 6, 7, 8 point range, except for obviously the Snipers at the top with 18. But I mean, Tuesday could flip these standings on their heads.
No doubt. Very early in the season, but you know, who's going to topple those Snipers at this point with what we've seen? Wax, how about yourself?
Hey. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's any surprise. Yeah, I think with the ownership group that the South Beach Snipers have, with Caustic and with Mowski coming over there, what he did for the Lost Boys last season, just very high IQ, very versatile players. And Caustic's, he's a thinker. So I'm sure his draft was well thought out. The players he wanted, how he wants to run that team is a well thought out process, and it's paying dividends right now. So it's good to see, that effort being rewarded. Same thing goes for the other teams right now that are sitting on top, but they're all kind of in that spot. Sometimes you just have those weeks where things don't go your way. I look at a lot of these teams that are 3-3, 3-2, just kind of hanging in the middle. That just says that you've got something there. There's just might be little tweaks or little areas, or maybe some of those games just got away from you. And that happens sometimes. But yeah, have no fear. Even the teams at the bottom, like Blackguard, I'm telling you, they'll figure that out. Like that's not a second to last team. Even Portage, they got a lot of talent on that team. They can put that stuff together. Same thing with War Boys, Port City Flames. We played them, lost in overtime. They put up a hell of a fight. All these teams are capable of doing it. It's just trying to move those pieces, and obviously, somebody's got to go up, somebody's got to go down. But it'll be fun to watch it happen. But I don't think it's necessarily always a one team's better than the other team. It's just, you got to figure it out. You got to put those pieces together and work with what you have. And I think the teams that are going to succeed moving forward in a short week are the ones that either had it put together through just, diligence of figuring out their draft and what lines they want. Or the ones that are right now, I'm seeing the ones that are sitting in the middle here, how they figure out how they balance their lines or move people around, fix some of those gaps. And the ones who do that most effectively, I think, are going to be the ones that go up, and the other ones that don't are probably going to be the ones that either hang out in the middle or go down. But there's a lot of movement here. It's only 1 week, and yeah, like you guys said, everybody is in it. Like, you have one solid week and other teams don't. Like, that's a huge jump in standings. So it's wide open right now.
Yes, sir. And we got Team Mazer in the chat getting all uppity about my math skills. Listen here, buddy. You've known me for over 20 years. You know I suck at math, all right? If there's anybody that knows
actually, I'm sorry. I forgot to mention that. I looked it up. Your math is correct on that. Henry Moose had one of those wins as an overtime win.
Oh!
So your math is correct.
Let's go! Wait a minute.
By my calculations. Yeah, no, you're right.
According to my calculator built into my telephone. All right, we got some stats we got to go through here. We got a lot to talk about yet, and we got very little time because we got some Wreckfest right around the corner. It's Friday night Wreckfest time, baby. Grab your favorite harvester and plow right into a man on a lawnmower and commit vehicular homicide. Yeah! Looking at the points leaders, we got Zayner kicking things off here. Him and Mobsky tied for the top spot with 26 apiece. Zayner's partner in crime here, Mikey PT, 1 point behind them, tied with Mowski and Curcio, 25 apiece. Another rookie here, Picks to Funk, 24 points for him. Caustic with 23. DMB Dex with 21, tied with Crave and J-Men Fish. Those are your points leaders after week 1. Looking at the goals leaders, Picks to Funk right there with 18. He's kicking things off. Zayner in second spot there with 16. J-Men Fish, that name was said so much on Wednesday, I think it was. I just kept hearing, because every time I hear Fish, I keep thinking of Ninja Fish, and then I hear J-Men. I don't know why I'm saying this out loud. There's Wreckfest to be played. J-Men Fish with 15. Then we've got Caustic, Curcio, Crave Dog, and Carney all tied with 14 apiece. Mobsky with 13, Slick with 12, and Biggie Otis with 11. Who let Biggie Otis on those snipers? How'd that happen?
Biggie Otis is a dog.
Absolutely. He is impossible to defend.
Can I ask a quick question very quickly?
Absolutely.
Wax, do you have a sound effect for every time you mute yourself and unmute yourself?
Why does it sound like there's...
That's what that is.
Okay, all right. Just making sure I heard it right. Nope, you're fine. Continue to mute. Just wanted to make sure I heard that correct.
There is something that plays. Mute yourself again here quick. It didn't do anything that time.
Come back. Stay.
There it was.
What is it? What does it do?
I don't even
what does
know.
It do?
It's like a female voice or something. It's weird.
Every time you talk, it sounds like a woman, like being like mid sentence or something.
Yeah.
Are we good now? Good to go away.
Mute yourself and come back.
All right.
I think you're
we're
good.
good now. Perfect. We got a pair of snipers at the top of the assist leaderboard here. We got Mowski and K. Dieter, 22 and 17 respectively. Kooksy and JG and Mikey PD all tied with 16 apiece. Good for the third spot. Smokey Pickle, shout out Pickle, in 6th with 15. Fat Man Crying and Mobsky with 13 apiece. Myself with 12. Honestly, the 9th place in assist leaders is honestly where the MVPs are found. You know, that's just really early candidate right there.
Yeah, dude,
with
early.
12.
It's a slow ride. It's a slow ride, Sean.
Yeah. Oh, so it's 10 less than Mowski? Whatever. It's the 9th. That's how that works. And we got Dex in the 10th spot with 11. I'm just getting I'm getting all my energy out now because I won't be up here after next week. I've seen this game. Mobski. That's not Jay Bird's name. That's Mobski in top spot. He's got 39 to go along with all those points. Mobski playing emotional out there. Not only throwing the body, but throwing the puck in the back of the net. There's Jaybird. He's in the 2nd spot with 35. Showstopper with 34. Scub with 33. That Man Jay with 31. Zayner with 28. Hawks with 28. G-Wits, there he is, 27. Crazy Crowd with 24. And Jesse Jen with 23. Shout out Jesse Jen in those interviews, by the way. How great is that? I was finally reading that on the way home, and my goodness. That was a good read.
Yeah, it was fun. That was a lot of fun.
On the defensive side of things, we've got Wiggity and Luigi tied with 35 apiece. K. Dieter and Mewtwo with 34. Showstopper and Mowski with 33. Sean Game Boy with 32. Comeback King with 31, tied with Crave Dog. And John Hancock on those Blue Dragons with 28. Then on the takeaway side of things, Mowski and Showstopper, 22 apiece. K. Dieter in 3rd with 21. Ribeye with 19. Wiggity with 18, tied with Mew. John Game Boy and Hoagie, and Swoley Mammoth with 17, and Stefano with 16. Now, I wanted to phase out this stat because it's a very weird stat, but I'm going to leave it in for at least 1 week because, my goodness, if there's ever a stat anomaly this season, Smokey Pickle with 23 blocked shots.
Dude, you can't get rid of block shots, Sean.
All right,
you get rid of-
keep it.
He has the equivalent of the next 4 guys combined, almost.
Yeah.
You sound,
It was
you sound
insane.
you sound just like a forward right now, dude. That's a forward perspective, and I don't appreciate
Wow.
that. All right, defense doesn't get enough love. This is the one thing. Look at Smokey, dude.
This
He's
is-
putting his
like,
body
that-
on
that-
the line
that
for
is
his
like-
team.
This is like Ricky Henderson numbers, dude. What this is. The next guy is not like has. That's a lot of blocks.
As a human shield. He's a
Dude.
human shield. It's gross.
Well, maybe this is Porter's just got to change something, right? Maybe it's the block shots. I don't know, man. Could be
You're
the
like,
block
hey,
shots.
hey, Smokey, do you stick check? No.
Yeah.
Do you hit? No. What do you do? Oh, I block shots.
He's the
That's all I do.
second.
He's like,
goalie.
you ever see Happy Gilmore when he goes to the batting cages?
Yeah, exactly. That's what he does. He warms up for the game. He's doing that.
He actually has more blocked shots than a lot of goalies have saves after week 1. So,
Dude,
Way to, hey, Smokey, way to just ruin everybody's shots on net percentage by just giving it away.
sitting
yeah.
there.
In fact, we might as well just say Smokey Pickle with 23, everyone else with 7 or 6. Because we got Spiko Pat, Rifle Drum, Wiggity, Coffee Time, who won it last season, and Mowski with 7. And then we got Thrasher, Kaner, Shady, and Showstopper with 6 apiece. So, big ups to Captain Pickle. Big time plays there. On the goalie side of things, my goodness. You want to talk about some severely impressive performances this week. We got Vin in the top spot with an 830 save percentage. Stupid bastard, great dude, 830 for him as well. Mr. Clutch Cookie, who played with us on Wednesday, and man, oh man, did he play great. B-Mac, if you watch some of the games we were watching, jeez, this guy stood on his head every time. So good. Mediocre Client with 790. Bulky Microbe with a 780, tied with Aviator. Sal Pip with a 770, tied with Shamans. And Mad Attack with a 760. In fact, only 2 goalies had a shutout this week. It was Dunk and Sal Pip / Take It Easy. So kudos to those guys for getting on the board there. Looking at the GAA side of things, there's Dunk, 233 behind that sniper squad. Ridiculous numbers. Great job by him. Stupid Bastard with a 267. B-Mac with a 333. Clutch Cookie with a 367. Sal Pip Take It Easy with 4. White Castle with a 433, tied with Coronado. Team Mazer tied with them as well as Vin All 433s for them, tied for the 6th spot. And Battle Roaring, former degenerate from last season, 5 GAA. Great job by everybody there. Gentlemen, I'm going to hold the conversation on for a second because I want us to talk about it in this new segment that we are bringing. It is a revamp of the Players of the Week. You're not just getting one forward, one defenseman, and one goalie. We're breaking it down into different categories. You're getting 5 of each. Let's take a look at our Players of the Week. Starting with forwards, and Mopsky had himself a great week. 3 games played, 13 goals, 13 assists, 26 points, 8.7 points per game. That's what he would call emotional. 57.53% on the dot as well, with 39 shots on net. Behind him, his good friend or mortal enemy, depending on what day you're reading the chat. 3 games played, 10 goals, 15 assists, 25 points, 8.3 points per game, plus 16.39 shots on goal, and 62.5% on the draw. It's Mikey PT. In third, Curcio, 8 goals, 16 assists, 24 points, 8 points per game, plus 15, 29 shots on goal, and a 77.78% face-off percentage. That has me shaking in my boots the next time we play the Gotham City Rollers. We've also got a South Beach sniper joining the ranks here, and it's not the one you would think. It's Pix to Funk, the rookie. 3 games played, 14 goals, 10 assists, 24 points, 6 points per game, plus 15 and 45 shots on goal. And hey, knock knock, who's there? It's just fucking Crave Dog hanging out. 7 goals, 14 assists, 21.7 points per game. He's sitting at a plus 17 with 31 shots on goal. And another dominating 70+% face-off draw right there. Gentlemen, our top 5 forwards. Who's sticking out to you guys? The floor's all yours.
I mean,
I'll go first then. Yeah, sure. Sergio.
Go ahead, Mikey.
Sergio, man. Rookie making things happen. And another Gotham guy, man. You got 2 out of the top 3 in Gotham, and yeah, man, that's a special team right now with that type of firepower up front. Apologies, Dan. All you.
No, I was gonna say Mopsky. the other Gotham guy. We could talk about Crave Dog all day, though. I mean, shout out Crave Dog, but Mopsky had a hell of a week. Put up big numbers. I think him and Curcio are going to be a crazy line. I mean, just a crazy line all season. If that's what Fat Man does and keeps those 2 together, which I don't see why he wouldn't. So, yeah, that was it. Sorry, buddy.
Wait, I think I got something wrong here. Wait. How come I'm not seeing Pix to Funk on the... Oh, am I looking in the wrong thing? Hold on. Aha.
I see him at number 4 there.
Why is the website showing me South Beach in 7th?
It's not very often either that you'd see Crave Dog in 5th place in the top forward position. He is our resident elite guy that's usually at the top, and he's got some stiff competition with some familiar friends and some unknowns. So it'll be interesting to see how he progresses the season as well with these guys in the top 5 with him.
Yes, sir. Look at Crave Dog. 7 goals, 14 assists, doubling up his assists on goals. Normally that's backwards. He's a team player, don't get me wrong, but he's scoring goals through and through. And we also got Not Luigi saying 24 points in 3 games is 8 points per game, not 6. Thank you, Not Luigi. That was the hidden... I got nothing. I was going to be mean. But you are right.
He just peppered me with deer pictures all day today.
Yeah. Oh, look.
And I was not appreciative of it.
Here comes the truck to take Not Luigi away to the special award ceremony for catching that. Just get in the back. I'm just kidding. I love Luigi.
Yeah, he's the best.
But yeah, congrats to our top 5 forwards of week 1. Looking on the defensive side of things, we got a couple of South Beach snipers right here. We got Mowski, 3 games played, 9 goals, 13 assists, 22 points, 8.3 points per game, plus 9, 21 shots on goal. We got JG. He went 3-0, 4 goals, 21 assists for 25 points. I think the points per game, we'll figure it out. Plus 16, 14 shots on goal. K. Dieter, 3 games played, 8 goals, 11 assists, 19 points, 6.3 points per game, plus 11. And Manning with 3 games played, 5 goals, 10 assists, 15 points. And Fat Man, shout out Fat Man, 3 games played, 9 goals, 5 assists, 14 points. Big time players making big time plays. So, gentlemen, out of the defensemen, who do we see here? Wax, let's start with yourself.
Let me see. Where do I want to start? Well, first of all, N. Manning's not on the Gotham City Rollers.
I think there was something lost in
But
translation in some of my in my data. I've been.
Oh,
using
there goes
AI.
my speech.
Ow.
No, it's all good. I mean, I'll knock out some of the obvious stuff. Mowski, I mean, he's fantastic on defense. Not only that, like he's just one of those players you can slot him in anywhere. I really don't think that he would have a hard time playing any position. I don't know what his faceoffs are. Maybe he doesn't like center, but you know what I mean. Like he jumps up. They've created a system. I'm sure they're fast. They're the high IQ players. They're constantly moving around the ice, using every bit of it that they can. So I'm not really too surprised that he's exceeding where he's at. JG, obviously, he's studded D, how he is. So I'm not surprised by his stats either. 21 assists, love to see it. Plus 16, awesome. And very low shots on goal, too. So, I mean, he's scoring. He's not shooting too much. He's finding his guys. And he's benefiting from that. Manning, I can't say enough about what he's done kind of transitioning to D. That wasn't necessarily our original idea for him, but he's bought into the system that we're running. He's doing absolutely fantastic. I super underrated with his ability on defense. I've seen some things that have really, really impressed me about him. So huge shout out, Manning. He's just played unbelievably throughout this week. So yeah, no, hey, I love defense, man. It's good to get their recognition. Everybody on there deserves their kudos, their flowers.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I see what I did.
If I may
wrong.
piggyback off of that,
No, go ahead.
Sean,
Go nuts, dude. Get on that bag.
a guy that's not going to get the love that he's going to deserve just solely for the team that he's on is going to be K. Dieter. The guy's one of the top defenders in this league. He's really good, and he's going to get overshadowed by the offensive firepower on that team, and it's not going to be fair. And that guy's going to be week in, week out one of the top defenders in this league. He's going to stay on this list, and he's going to get his flowers, as Wax said. He's going to get his praise, but it's still going to be less than deserved because he's on such a ridiculous team. But that guy's a difference maker on defense for sure. I hope that came off as a compliment because that's what going for
definitely,
there.
Definitely a compliment. And yeah, I mean, if you got like Sean looking at the stats or something, yeah, K. Dieter, you're never showing up, dude. But lucky for you, we got some defensemen who know what they're talking about and can respect the game. And you got a lot of it. So yeah, I'll definitely double down on what Diesel said there for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're gonna get overshadowed. It's just the nature of the beast. But we know what you're doing. The real people know. We know.
But is he gonna go
Right.
triple
Game
D bar
recognized game.
down after using 95 speed? No. So you know what? Ninth most assists. Speaking here again. Guess what, buddy?
Hey,
That don't-
fun fact, K. Dieter actually cut his left trigger off all his controllers because he just doesn't care about the flash, man. He's just there to punch in, punch out, and do
Punch in, punch
business.
What I was gonna say before I was accused of being ridiculous is if you look at his interceptions and his takeaways combined, he's averaging 18 per game right now. 11.3 interceptions per game and 7
Yeah, I don't think you can ask for more than that.
That is
Those are ridiculous numbers.
insane. So shout out to all our defensemen, and apologies to Manning, because yes, 100%. That I see what I did on the spreadsheet, and I no good at copy paste. That's what I do wrong. On the goalie side of things, drum roll please. We got Vin in the top spot, 3-0-0, 13 goals against, 4.26 GAA, 83.12 save percentage, 85.8 GWAR, and I think he faced the second or third most shots in the league. So to pull off an 83.12 save percentage while facing that many shots is insane. And I do want to give a shout out to Dunk, because there was always these kind of debates back and forth who should go where. Dunk could absolutely be here as well. It's just a lot of these goalies faced a lot of shots, so that kind of played into things here as well. In the second spot, stupid bastard, right in. He's known as a Sixers player, but boy, oh boy, did he shine 3-0-0, 8 goals against, 267 GAA, and an 83.33 save percentage, an 84.7 on the GWAR. I'm going to learn how they calculate that because I'm very interested to see.
May I ask what GWAR is? I thought that was a mistype in the admin chat, and I was going to make a joke about the band.
Yeah, it's a heavy metal band.
He's 85.8% like GWAR. He's summoning GWAR.
Yeah, like,
you got to get to
the singer's name is like Colonel Angus or something.
Yeah.
Like what is
that comes out?
But what does GWAR stand for?
Wins above replacement.
Wins above replacement.
Oh, goalie wins above replacement. Because I knew what WAR is, and I was very confused. Okay, perfect.
You see,
yeah, Benner, man.
He's got an 83.33% chance of saving it, but if you add in the fact that he's a genetic freak, that bumps that up to 125%. Then you subtract the fact that they got 0 chance of scoring on him, and I can't stop going out of that one. But I do want to give this man his flowers because he played super awesome for us on Wednesday. Mr. Clutch Cookie, 3 games played, 2-1, 11 goals against, 384 GAA, and an 81.67 per save percentage. No shutouts, though, Clutch Cookie. Let's talk about that, all right? Come on, man. And an 83.9 GWAR. There's a lot of goalies that could have made this list. We might up it to 5 next week. The only reason we did 3 is just because there's a lot less players at that position. But I think we'll just bump it up to 5 next week because there's a lot of goalies deserving.
Yeah, we'll do
their
that.
Flowers.
That's fine.
Yeah, but
too easy.
Shout out to our team of the week for week 1. Sorry, Max, go ahead.
I'm just saying, like the goalie position, there are less of them, but there's also the same amount of defensemen.
Exactly. Yeah, as I was saying,
he hates D-men and goalies.
Yeah.
VMZ this is ridiculous.
He only cares about stuff he does.
He gets the power, and this is what he does. Yeah. Now he's moving things along. It's all about the center position all of a sudden.
Excuse me, guys. Can I listen? We got Wreckfest to play. Sean, can you just go to the next slide for the best center that's also the Season 8 commissioner, please, so we can just get this ball rolling?
Yeah. And the best center and Season 8 commissioner is Mobski. Fuck.
Yeah, the Shawnahue Award for being the best Shawnahue and named Shawnahue
goes to Marky Mark of the Degenerates.
Yeah,
curse again. Mark's 4th time winning this award. But no, shout out to our team of the week. But you know, I do got to say, Mr. Clutch Cookie only had 2 assists on Wednesday. So, what are we even talking about here? You know, fine. It's fine. But we also got another segment that we want to bring you here, and right now, it is the ICU award. Well, not award. It's just a segment, but we've all gone through, except we didn't catch Wags the time, and we've picked a player that we want to highlight this week that maybe might not be in the top 5 of these. But, oh yeah, we'll get you Wax for sure. But starting things off with the ICU award, we have got BA Superheroes Choice here in Maroon 88. BA, we heard his name a lot on Tuesday. Tell us about Maroon.
To simply put, I felt like every time we looked at the Port City games that we were watching, Maroon's name would be going along the boards for after a goal. He constantly was a presence throughout Tuesday night. They went 3-0 on that night, and he is somebody that, for a team that got him with their last pick, and he was a 6th-round pick, and this is a team with Rifle and Boss and Ovi and Torchit and Binner in net, and the lineup they had that night. Maroon in the first game, I think, had 5 goals alone, and then was consistently being a effective passer, getting some assists and getting a couple goals, I feel like, in the remaining games as well. So that was just a ultimate performance by the Port City's Tuesday night lineup, but also Maroon doing a great job of being such a presence and getting pucks in nets. And Maroon, you've been seen.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I remember he was on the Degenerates for a little bit, but we had to trade him for a defenseman last season. And so it's great to see him finally get the stability of just playing forward and absolutely flourishing. Next, a blackguard, and it's Mr. Backblast, Dan's man here. It is one of the OGs. It is Mr. G Wits. Dan, tell me about G Wits.
Let's talk about G-Wits. G-Wits had I think he would describe as a challenging season last season. Coming in fresh, he's been here forever, and we heard G-Wits' name a lot on the stream. I'm halfway paying attention, and G-Wit's name is being called. He's making big plays. It's a well-rounded game, high pass percentage, high hockey IQ, and I think he's going to fit in great with Keno and the boys over there in the black guard. So I see you, G-Wits. You played sick this week.
Shout out G-Wits.
I gotta say one thing about G-Wits. I was playing with him maybe Tuesday, maybe Wednesday. I can't remember, but it was prior to the games, and we were workshopping some player names for him. And I think I mentioned Hits and Giggles. I was wondering if he landed on that. He really liked that one.
He did.
Okay, good. So Aquino, I'm gonna put a request to you, buddy. I really want to say that a lot on stream, so just put him like in your Wednesday lineup, so I get the opportunity to do that as much as possible. Thank you.
That's too good. We got
so good.
Mr. Mikey Diesel's choice here, and it is the first rookie of the group here. And boy, oh boy, you want to talk about somebody whose name we did hear a lot as well. This guy is crazy. It is FaZe Toxic 18 Mikey. Tell us about this beauty.
Okay, so I didn't get the pleasure of scouting with or against FaZe, so I didn't know too much about him. And we came into our game against Gotham. I was hyped up Wednesday early, and I think he had a hat trick before there was like before we hit like the 13-minute mark. It was gross. He was so nasty, and man, our goalie backed out thinking that as soon as it was 7, it was over by accident. So we were thinking like we get a quick breather on the reset just to get back into it, and he came right out the gate and scored again on us. It's like he enjoyed the water break, and he thanked us by just breaking our hearts upon reset in the game. And yeah, that guy's an early candidate for sure, rookie of the season. He's gonna do big things this whole season. That guy's one of the top players in this league for sure, and you'll see him in the first round without a doubt next season.
Yes, sir. Anytime I've played against him, it has always been a nightmare. And we got my pick here, and I gotta say, it's my brother from another mother. I've been best friends with this guy for over 20 years. It's T Mazer, 1478 from those Lost Boys. Changed himself up from a winger to a goalie. I said, hey man, you know, it's a lot of wingers. There's not a lot of goalies this season. He said, say no more, because when we played pubs, I think we hit top 15, I want to say, in the elite playoffs just for pubs with him playing in net. And boy, oh boy, oh boy, he rose to the occasion here. 2-0-1, 13 goals against, a 421 and a 745. With a WAR of 69, But we were talking, and he'll be the first to tell you things kind of got out of hand against that Tribe game a little bit. After the first 2 games, I think he was second in goals against and second in save percentage. So I had to be like, I have great news about that 3rd game. Now you don't got to worry about any of these pesky awards anymore. But shout out to you.
Yeah, and that 3rd game was definitely on us. I mean, that he was rock solid on that night. And another thing that people don't know about Mazer, this dude's super smart. Like, I don't even know how you calculate GWAR, and I don't know how you could call a shot on it. But prior to Wednesday night, he said, dude, just wait until this night's over and then check my GWAR. I don't know how he did it, but just wow. Impressive.
Oh, that's too funny.
GWAR 69 sounds like a shitty GWAR cover band.
That sounds like a website I've been trying to get off the ground.
They only play 80s GWAR.
Are you looking to buy gold laced with silver? GWAR69.com.
Yeah.
Are you looking to buy used shoes for illicit purposes? GWAR69.com. Wax, who's your ICU player of the week here?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to get into that, but I also like just staring at the screen here. I didn't notice this. With that LiveWire logo down there in the bottom left, I'm telling you, dude, if you took a Gatorade bottle and slapped that logo on there and then changed it to like a Rega Quench or something, I would buy the shit out of that. If it was like blue,
right?
Bright blue color. Like, that looks like a Gatorade logo, and I want that.
It's so good.
Yeah, my player, sorry, we don't have a graphic because I messed up and didn't look into this. I'm actually going to pick somebody that no one is going to expect because he's not currently playing this season. But my pick for somebody that I see for his contributions to a team is Mr. Outcast Avenger. If you guys
he's
don't know,
undeniable.
He is undeniable. and he is an honorary member of our Lost Boys. We have given him the role as the Wanderer, which I think fits him, and his name being Outcast, it's just too perfect. But he's unable to play this season, but he's such a pinnacle for our league. He kind of embodies the spirit, I think, and he's one of those guys that, like, no matter how I'm feeling, I could be like really pissed off, but I'll see him popping off in chat, like, having a good time. He takes everything in stride. He takes it on the chin. He's never upset. He's never down. Like, he's just a rock. And just sort of have somebody like that in the locker room, just being your cheerleader is fantastic. I mean, I don't really know what else I could possibly say about him other than, out of shadows he walks alone. No stick, no blade, just blood and bone. The outcast breathes our souls to life. The wanderer rends the night. He bears the weight we never speak. He holds our doubts so none may leak. The outcast king, yet still he leads, bound in war by unseen creeds. Something like that. I think that kind of encapsulates what I was. Yeah. That's it. That's what I got.
Off, eh?
I have to. My legally, my name forces me to do bust out in poetry every now and then.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
There once
That's
was
my
a
quota
man
for the
from
month.
Venus.
But yeah, shout out Outcast. We love you, buddy.
Also, I
We
apologize.
do, man.
for
That guy,
the,
like you said, he's always chirping when you need him to.
I apologize for the graphics issue. Dan did get me the updated one, so this is just another classic case of Sean Paul and Sean. But shout out Outcast Avenger. Hell yeah. I think we're almost done. We got to talk about two things here yet. We had some sixes action yesterday. And let's just go over that quick. It was a best of three with the Mike Hawks taking on the Gotham City Rollers and the Glacier Wolves taking on the 6L Nightmare Outcast. The greatest night of my life right now. Hey, hop on some Wreckfest. We'll make it the worst night of your life.
Oh.
We had the Mike Hawks taking down the Gotham City Rollers 7-1 in game one. And the Glacier Wolves taking down the Nightmare. Or sorry, Glacier Wolves taking down the Nightmare 8-4 in game one of that series. So Mike Hawks up one, Glacier Wolves up one in game two. Thank God. I even told Dad yesterday, thank God the Mike Hawks won that game because it was double overtime. It was like 11 o'clock.
Oh.
And if Gotham won, we were starting a brand new game at 11 o'clock Eastern. So, but the Mike Hawks, it was a great game. Shout out to both teams, man. It was super exciting hockey. But the Mike Hawks pulling it off, the first team to make it to the final. So congratulations, Mikey. Dan, you and the boys you Wax and the boys have nothing to shake a stick at. That was a fantastic series.
We had a
man.
great time. It was a hell of a. It was those games were fun. They were that last one could have gone either way. And
Dude,
hats off to the Mike Haas.
We had a
Congrats,
blast.
Mikey.
Yeah. And you better beat the Nightmare, I swear, dude. Like,
Dude, that's all I want in
I
this
have to
league.
realize that me being traded is good for people. I don't need that spread around. All right, I'm trying to spread around. I used to be
Yeah.
a J. Crew model. I think he worked for NASA. He's been to
Spider-
space, stuff like that.
Spider
You should
enthusiast.
trade him. Yeah.
Dude, those games were nuts. They were so much fun, and like that's what I love about this league, man. Like that, there's something different about playoff hockey here. Like every season, it feels like we have Game 7 for our flagship with fours, like going to a Game 7 overtime. It's always nuts. And that game last night was a testament to what this league is like. And I know, Sean, you're about to get to the rest of it, but the night didn't stop there, and it was just as exciting to spectate as it was to play. And yeah, unbelievable. Looking forward to the future of sixes here in the league, and hoping that grows, man, because that it's been a blast.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And shout out Slam Chug and Biz for putting on a show, just throwing fists multiple times this game too. Just constant.
3 times they fought. It was awesome.
Of
It
course
was
they
awesome.
did.
In a world of like
Shout out to
super
Slam Dunk.
serious, let's play hockey, we
She
gotta
ain't
win this.
fucking around.
They were just throwing it. And we had the Nightmare, I believe, win in the last. I think they scored with like 3 seconds left or something like that. I want to say to take game 2 and force a pivotal game 3. And in game 3, the Nightmare win 6-5, winning back-to-back elimination games for them. They are going to go on to face the Mike Hawks in the finals. And I had a graphic. Where is it? There. Oh boy. 1 second. Yay! Cup finals. First six, the VV6L Mike Hawks and the VV6L Nightmare next Thursday. It's a best of 3 starting at 9:15 Eastern Standard Time. We are going to be bringing you that game live here again on the VVHL Twitch channel. And one thing more that we've got to add in here, because we've been asking everybody to provide their highlights. Let's take a look at some of the plays of this week, and let me just make sure that the volume is good. Yeah, we are starting things off, and it is going to be the Silver Foxes, and what a pass by me. That's the highlight. It's certainly not Shife deacon through the entire team and burying it back in. That primary assist. We've got Aquino out of position. Mikey Diesel saying no with the slide. Can Aquino make up for it? Yes, he can, because here we've got another Pubs game. Aquino in there. Puck squeaking, goes to the front. Wide open net. Aquino says no. Surely
He's
that's it
such
for
a
the goalie
freak,
plays.
man.
Another Pubs. Nope. Hey, guess what? It's Mikey Diesel stealing it. Wide open net. Hey, what should I put for my wallpaper?
Forgot
How
about
about
that
John Gameboy's face into the glass? John Gameboy, the new favorite wallpaper of the Port City Flames. Just casually taking it and then kaboom. Hey, how about eat a Snickers? Just going in backhand. Great goal by him there. Port City Flames pulling out the best goal you'll see in 480p. And Psycho Clown coming out for the Tribe here. Nice pass up by JG. He's going to bring it in. He's going to just, you know what? Skate to the goal. That's going to go 5-0. How about that? Boom. Anything else from the Tribe? Well, you bet, because here comes Mikey and here comes Zayner, and you got a spinorama backhand to the front. And hey, we said his name once or twice before, but how about those Blue Dragons? Octo Daddy getting it to Joker, and Joker buries it. Those are our VVHL Week 1 plays of the week. If you score any sort of crazy goals, anything you do that you're like, hey man, I bet the Livewire would like to see that. Save it, send it to us. We got a team there that's going to be editing these together. Dan did a great job this week. It's super fun just seeing all the ridiculousness that's out there. We're primarily looking for goals from the game, but you see something cool happening, Pop, send us our way. We're not the police. What are we going to do about it? We'll probably put you on Livewire. It'll be fine.
None of us can sing, so we definitely aren't the police.
Luck be a lady tonight. We got Jesse Jen saying, don't forget to tune in Tuesday night on the DMZ channel for the next interview with Super Mariota and Aviator. Can't wait. Yes. What are those two guys going to have to say? Shout out Jesse Jen. Those interviews have been awesome. Gentlemen, we went as fast as humanly possible, and we still took an hour for Livewire. I love it. League's constantly growing. There's so much to talk about every week. We got Ed Spartan saying, hey, what's up, Spartan? How you doing, buddy? Hey, it's Friday. Livewire's almost over. We're just going to say our goodbyes here right away. But we've got some Wreckfest right around the corner. We're going to get a room going for that right away. It's going to be great. But hey, I'm just going to throw up, I want to do this once. It's the commissioner's desk with Shawnee. I just want to say, great week 1, everybody. You know what? The intensity always ramps up the first week of regular season, the first week of playoffs. Everybody was GGing out there. You know, it's what the VV is all about. It's just, you know, even if you're mad after the game, you GG, you go to bed, you wake up the next day, and everything's fine. As always, if anything ever comes up that you think is shady, just send it our way. We will look into it, unless it's Shady Reaper because it's in his name, all right? Because I stop pulling that joke on me, all right? But yeah, as always, remember, just anything in Gen Chat never goes well. And it was a great week, and I just want to say I love that. I want to keep seeing that going because, you know, short-term anger, acting on short-term anger never leads to anything good. So, but other than that, I just got to say I'm super impressed with everybody, all the hard work that's been going into everything that happens here. I love and appreciate all you, and it is going to be a great season. And then, hey, we're right into NHL 26. Spartan, yeah, Wax will get you set up there. We'll get you an invite. We just started season 8. It's going to go for 6 weeks, and then we're going to have a bit of a playoff period, and then we're into NHL 26. So feel free to sign up as an emergency call-up. But as far as scouting and everything goes, that's going to be in the future of it for sure. But yeah, Hell yeah, everybody. It was a great week. Let's just do a quick roundtable, and then, hey, let's go have some fun out there, everybody. It's the weekend. Backblast Dan, how you doing? Happy Friday. Anything to say before we go?
No, just a lot going on. Shout out to everybody who contributed on the back end of media this week. A lot of work went into kind of getting things going, and Jesse doing the interviews was awesome. So much appreciated. And 16 teams. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be a logjam, and it's gonna be a battle till the end. And I'm really excited about that. We didn't have one team that went over. I think that might be a league record. And I got to look back at that one. It's pretty rare that we don't have a team that's like struggling. And I know everybody was in every game. So hats off to the owners and GMs for all the scouting. Hats off to all the rookies that went through scouting. And yeah, I'm just elated. Absolutely. All the hard work's paying off. It's great. BA, it was great to have you back on Tuesday. Anything to say before we call it a night tonight? Oh, did I? There we go. Hold on. I think my mic cut out. BA.
Oh, I thought I lost you guys.
No. I think my mic cut out. I saw it stop flashing there. BA, great to have you back on Tuesday. That was fun times as always. Anything to say before we go?
Great week one. Looking forward to the rest of the season. I'm happy it's Friday.
Yes, sir. Spartan saying, did I miss the games? Our games are Tuesday, Wednesdays, and sixes are on Thursdays. Friday is just kind of like our weekly wrap-up show. So that's kind of what we're doing here, but I'm sure you're going to see a lot of cool stuff once you get into the Discord. It's going to be good times. Mr. Mikey Diesel. Are we seeing you in Wreckfest right after this?
I'll tell you what, man. You are going to see me in Wreckfest. Yes.
Nice.
Couple things I'd like to say. Just big ups to everyone in the community. Especially a dude like, you guys had said we're pausing invites a little bit. We're slowing them down anyways from them just being wide open. We want the right people in here. We're just kind of taking a quick breather, not going crazy with like invites. But if there's someone that you think is a candidate, we are making exceptions. Chowda snuck in here. He's a good dude. He's been fitting in with the vibes in the community. He's brought a couple guys in that seem to fit the bill as well. So if you have someone that you think fits the bill, just reach out to an admin, chat us up, give us a quick heads up about the person, kind of give us the background, just so we know who's sending the invites, where they're coming from. We get the right people in here, and man, every day's a fucking party in the chat. It's awesome to see. Even when there's spats, they're like so minimal compared to everywhere else, and it's all love in the VVHL, man. We're all here to have fun. We're all having fun, and even when the intensities go up, it's a lot more milder than it is in other leagues, and it's a testament to everyone. And holy shit, am I ready for Wreckfest? And by the way, congratulations and happy Deftones Day to everyone. If you haven't gone out and gotten that album, it's fucking amazing. Do it now.
Are we sponsored by the Deftones?
You will be if
we're
broker
sponsored
that
by
deal.
Soul Patches.
Until I see a contract in my hand, nobody go buy that album. You hear me? Nobody buy that album.
That album's the no skipper, man. Front to back, that thing's winning a Grammy for the next 5 years for best album of the year. 5 years running.
Fantastic. Mr. Wax Poetic, how about yourself?
Sorry, Kino's sending me My Chemical Romance videos. No, yeah, it was a great first week. I think it's I can't wait to see how everything shapes up. Everybody, I mean, overall, I think the vibe's been pretty good. Yeah, and like Mikey said, the spats, even when they come out, they really haven't been that terrible. And hey, it's like, as much as we we are a community, we want to have it be a positive experience for everybody that's playing, but at the same time, like, we are here to play competitively, and so balancing those two things, I can understand. It's tough sometimes, and sometimes you get a little in your feels, and maybe you make some decisions that otherwise you normally wouldn't make. So I just ask that, regardless of if you're the one doing it or if you're on the receiving end, that you just have a little bit of grace, a little bit of patience with people. Take your time to figure out why, where this stuff is coming from. And obviously, we're always here to try to help navigate through that. We do the best we can. I would also ask for some patience with us as well. From our perspective, a lot of these situations we're coming in after the fact, or we don't have an emotional attachment to whatever happened, so it's hard for us, and we have a job to try to figure out what happened and try to make a good decision. So it's really not, we're not coming in saying anybody, even if you're 100% convinced, like, I'm in the right, this person's in the wrong, whatever happens, we still have to do our due diligence to figure out we owe that to everybody that's in this community. And just take it from that perspective. And we're all here together. We want to create a good environment. We want to be able to play competitive hockey together, but we are also human, and we realize that things happen, and we try to take those things in stride. So everybody just support each other, help each other, give people outlets if they're frustrated to kind of vent that. I would hope that team ownerships maybe are doing that as well. Your GMs, your owners are good sources of being able to communicate those frustrations, and maybe they can pick up the torch and try to get something accomplished for you or addressed. So yeah, just use your tools and try to go out there and just have some fun. It's a video game. We're here to have fun. That should be everybody's top priority.
Exactly. Especially from an admin perspective, the difference between two people just horsing around and two people at each other's throats is non-existent until we find out the context. So that's happened a couple times where it's like, are these guys actually fighting, or is this
It's hard to tell sometimes. It's really hard.
It is. But hey, we've been at it for an hour. It's Wreckfest o'clock. We appreciate you being with us here all night. We appreciate the heck out of all of you. Infinite Madness, thank you so much for the graphics. Dan, you killed it on graphics as well. Everybody that submitted clips, everybody on the VMZ team, you guys are all killing it. Everybody on the stats team. Thank you for joining me tonight. Dan, BA, Mikey Diesel, Wax, you're all beauties. Everybody go out, have a great time, have a great weekend, because we're right back into work on Monday. Join us here on Tuesday, though, where we're going to be bringing you week 2 of the VVHL. I'll see you in the Oregadome, because it's time to wreck fests. I think I probably could have said something cooler there, and now I'm struggling while the ending screen is sitting there. So, have a good weekend. Take care, everybody. We love you all. Peace out.